Happy New Year, everyone. Um, so just wanted to share the experience that I had New Year's Day. New Year's Eve, I went to my sister's house to celebrate New Year's Eve with my family and some friends. Um, I wanted to go to church, but I didn't realize that my church was having a service. When I found out my church was having a service, I already made plans with my family, so I didn't want to bail on my family. So I chose to go spend New Year's Eve with my family. Usually when my family and I get together, we will have food, drinks, just a lot of laughing, playing cards, karaoke, whatever. So I'm not a drinker. I drink socially, like at social gatherings or um maybe I'll buy a bottle and I'll sip on it for like I had a bottle one time and it was 2 years. I hadn't even drunk it all. Just sip it every now and then. So I'm not a drinker. I drink socially. So I'm at my sister's house and um my oldest daughter had bought some tequila because we're tequila drinkers. And she bought some tequila. It's Terramano, which I recently found out is a brand owned by The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. So, where we have the slushy machine with the slushy and the tequila in it, we special. We doing it big, right? So, there was this other bottle, and I was like, "Oh, what is this? I've never seen this before." But it was brown, and I was like, "Is this brown liquor?" And my brother-in-law was like, "No, this is tequila." He was like, Kevin Hart has a line, a tequila brand. I was like, "Oh, wow, the bottle looked real exclusive." I was like, "Let me try that." So instead of drinking the Terramano, I was drinking. Well, I drank a little bit of the Terramano. We had like a shot, and then the rest of the night I drank the Kevin Hart brand. I don't know the name of it. So nothing abnormal. I didn't overdrink or anything more than I usually do. I was okay, just giggly. And I'm a Christian, but it's okay to drink, right? I mean, Jesus turned water into wine. He made wine for everybody at the wedding. He drank wine. So I'm not drunk. I'm not stumbling. I'm just enjoying friends and family, right? So I get home, 3 something, go to sleep, wake up about 8:45 in the morning. So I go to the bathroom, I'm kind of stumbling. I'm like, "Oh, well, maybe I drunk too much," right? Get back in the bed, my stomach started churning. So I'm like, I know I ain't having no hangover because I didn't drink that much. Start throwing up. So from 9 to about 1:30, I'm vomiting. I can't keep anything down. I try to drink water, that comes up. I take a prescription strength pill um to stop vomiting. That didn't help. Every time I vomited, and by now I'm vomiting clear yellow bowel. So I can see if the pill came up, and I'm vomiting so frequently it couldn't have dissolved. It never came up. Nevertheless, I'm still vomiting. I took a pain pill. That didn't come up. Still vomiting. Now my stomach is hurting terribly. Um, I'm going to the bed. I got diarrhea uncontrollably. So I'm sitting on the toilet while I'm vomiting at the same time. Horrible. I've never been sick like that ever, especially off of no alcohol. So I'm like, oh my God, this is bad. Now streaks of blood are coming out in my vomit because I've damaged my esophagus because I'm vomiting for what, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4 straight hours. So my esophagus is irritated. Blood streaks or strands are coming out into my vomit. So I finally tell my daughter, I think I need to go to the ER because it was so bad. It was like really bad. I couldn't keep still. It was just bad. So, in the midst of me vomiting, having all of these issues, diarrhea, I couldn't concentrate. I can't think. I'm just in pain. That's all I'm thinking about is this pain. I hear in my spirit, holy and acceptable. And I'm like, what, God? Like, what? I'm like literally on my deathbed, feel like. And you talking about holy and acceptable. One thinking. So, after I go to the bathroom and I get up enough strength. By this time, I'm so weak, I can't even walk straight. So I get enough strength to walk back to the bed. And in my spirit, I hear Kevin Hart. Because I'm asking God, like, what is happening? Because I just got over a viral eye infection. So I'm like, what is happening? Not thinking I couldn't be drunk because I didn't drink that much. Like, what is going on? So I hear Kevin Hart. And I'm like, Kevin Hart? And I was like, oh my God, that's the only thing that I did different. Because usually I just drink the Teremana, and it's another brand that my brother-in-law gets. But it's smooth. I'm okay. Like, I can drink tequila, and I've drunk shots of Patron when I was younger. Almost a whole bottle. Never got sick, never had a hangover. But I heard Kevin Hart. And I was like, that was what I did differently. And God told me, I'm going to say allegedly, but I know my father's voice. He told me that he did something to the brand of the alcohol to ensure that he would get sales. Some type of ritual, some type of demonic prayer. I don't know exactly what it was, but that's what I heard in my spirit. And so now I'm crying. And I'm saying, Lord, I repent. I'm sorry. So I'm repenting for drinking. I am repenting and I'm asking God, to please forgive me. And now I'm saying, serving the enemy notice that I've repented. You have no more legality over me. I'm sorry, Lord. Still vomiting. So get back to the toilet. And I cried. I told my daughter, I was like, I have to repent because it was that Kevin Hart liquor. He did something to the liquor. And she looking at me like, okay, my mom's whacked out of her mind. She's drunk and she's having a hangover and she's just crying. Let me just get her to the hospital. She start putting pep in her step, right? So I get to the toilet again and I hear the rest of the scripture. Present your body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. Present your body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. He kept repeating it. Present your body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable, which is your reasonable service. I felt like Inch High Private Eye. So stupid. Because I put myself in a situation where this was allowed to happen to me. This was a consequence of my behavior. And even one of the friends that was at the party, she was like, well, I'm surprised to see you drinking. And at the time she said it, I was like, oh, that didn't feel good. It affected my witness. Present your body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable, which is your reasonable service. I'm crying, boo-hooing. So my youngest daughter says, well, Mommy, because my oldest daughter, she went to go get me a liquid IV and just something to put into my body, because at this point I'm so weak. I literally was at the point of crawling because I couldn't walk. So my youngest daughter says, I'm sitting on the toilet and just boo-hooing and crying. And my youngest daughter don't know what to do. She's like, well, mommy, just take a shower, so you can freshen up. You've been sick. You've been vomiting. You've had diarrhea. Just freshen up, get in the shower before we go to the emergency room. So I'm like, okay. She literally had to help me get in the shower. Literally. I'm in the shower. I'm still crying. And I'm saying, God, I'm so sorry. And he wouldn't stop saying it. Holy and acceptable. Present your body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable, which is your reasonable service. Present your body as a living sacrifice unto God, holy and acceptable, which is your reasonable service. He kept repeating it. And at this point, I'm not even asking to take the pain away. I'm so apologetic and has such a contrite spirit of, Lord, I am so sorry. I feel foolish. I'm really sorry that I've done this. And he began to talk to me. And he began to say, I'm still holding up against the wall because I can't hardly stand. He's saying to me, daughter, you just got baptized. Just got baptized about 2 weeks ago. Shout out to Significant Revelation Ministries in Douglasville, Georgia. But I just got baptized. And he was like, you just got baptized. And you knew that after getting baptized, things were going to be different. He prophesied it to me before I got baptized. I had been wanting to get baptized, telling him God wanted. Once I get baptized, and I got baptized as a child, but I wanted to do it as an adult. And I said, God, I really want to do this. I really want to walk closer with you, have a better relationship with you. And we had this whole conversation about being baptized and the significance of it and doing it on my own. So he said, you just got baptized 2 weeks ago. I cried again. I felt horrible. I hurt my father. I felt bad. As I'm standing in the shower with my eyes closed, I see this glimmer. It's like, the best way I can describe it is like, if your eyes are closed and water gets in your eye and you kind of open it a little bit, whatever is in front of you, you can see it, but you can't see it all the way, if that makes sense. So I had this glimmer, but then the colors start changing. And I'm like wiping my eyes like, okay, I got water in my eyes, but my eyes were closed. So the more he's talking to me, I'm listening and I'm focusing on this light, because I also had asked him for an angelic encounter, because I see demonic encounters often. All my life I've been able to see gargoyles. I've seen principalities. I've seen a lot on the demonic side. Never had an angelic experience except for me going to heaven 3 times. But I've never been able to like physically see like an angel, like I've been able to see a spirit, a demonic spirit. So I'm still crying. I'm still apologizing to God. And this light is now changing colors. It's going from green to white. It's like a resiliency of the light, but it's changing. It's going from green to purple, green to white, green to purple. And then it was just purple. The more I focused, it was like a purple aura around this orb looking thing. And the more I focused on it, it was I think they're called an orphan. It was an angel. It was 4 wheels and they were turning around each other, and there were eyes over the rim of all of the wheels, and they were turning. And I'm looking in my mind, my eyes closed, but I'm doing like this, like, is that really what I'm seeing? And God allowed me to see it clear. The more I looked at it, the more it focused, and it was an angel. And he said, I've always been here. I've always protected you. There are so many times I should have not been here. I have tried to be unalived multiple times. He saved me from accidents. He saved me from being attacked with a knife. Someone intentionally trying to kill me. But he showed me that the angel, we all have angels assigned to us. And our angel is always there. Our angel has always been there. And even in our darkest moments, our darkest challenges, the angel is there, protecting us, covering us. And so I was so grateful. I was so grateful. I got out the shower and I was all better. I could stand. My stomach didn't hurt anymore. I didn't vomit anymore. In that instant in the shower, he instantly healed me. He instantly healed my body. It was good that I was afflicted. It was good because I had to see and realize that. And he also told me while I was in the shower and he was talking to me, he said, in this season, the season that we're going in, you're either going to be hot or cold. There's no lukewarm in between. And if you're going to serve me and serve my people, you have to do it with decency and integrity. And you can't be doing stuff on the back burner that nobody sees, but I see and I know and I love my people and I will protect them and you at all costs. So that was my first lesson for 2026, because he has a call on my life. I don't want to do it. I didn't want to do it, but I have to, because it's not about me. It's not about me and what I want. So if God is calling you to do something, no matter how scared you are, if he's called you to do something and you know that he's called you to do something, he's not going to call you to do it if he's not going to provide and give you resources and knowledge of how to fulfill whatever it is that he's called you to do. So you need to do it. No more delay in 26. No more delay. It's not about you. You have to be responsible for the people that God has called you to minister to. And if the longer you delay, the longer you're holding them up. It's that simple. So I'm so sober-minded, thinking, God, I'm so sorry. I cried. I put my clothes on. I walk outside. And my daughter was like, Mommy, where are you going? Are you okay? Maya's almost back. We're about to go to the hospital. I was like, I'm okay now. She was like, what? I said, I'm fine. And she just stood there. Because now walking upright, I'm not moaning. I'm not groaning. And she was like, are you sure? Yeah, I'm fine. And I explained to her what happened. And she was like, wow. I go sit outside because now I just want to be alone and sit in God's presence. And as I'm sitting outside, I can see my breath. You know how when it's cold, you see your breath, right? I'm in Atlanta. It's like 73 degrees. It wasn't cold outside. So I'm like, what is going on? Why can't I see my breath, right? So I'm breathing. And I'm, you know, how when you're a kid, you want to blow to see your breath. And I can see my breath. And I'm like, it's not even cold out here. What is happening? So I'm just trying not to think. I'm just really trying to focus on making sure that I do what I'm supposed to do and honor God in this year and the projects that he's called me to do. And then I hear him say, it's my glory. It's my glory. When we breathe in and out, it is not our breath. It is him. It is his spirit that he has placed in us to live every day. We all know Yahweh. And even if you don't say the Yah, We're breathing in and out. We're breathing God's spirit. He puts his spirit in us every morning that we wake up. He gives us new mercies every day. It is his spirit. And regardless of our disobedience and us rejecting him, not wanting to hear what he has to say, he still puts his spirit in us every day. And when he takes that away, this flesh is useless. So when you wake up with new mercies every day, it's because he gives it to us. He allows his spirit to live in us every day. We take so much for granted. We take so much for granted. Once I realized and heard what he said, I no longer saw my breath. It was gone. He was just making a point to let me know, I am with you. You can't do nothing without my spirit. You can't breathe. You can't open your eyes, wake up. Nothing can be done without him. And you have to get to a place where you realize who he is and who he is to you and what you mean to him. Everything. You mean everything to him. Know who you are. In 2026, stand up to be who God has called you to be. Get into your word. Know what your legal rights are. Know what legal rights the enemy has. Break his legal rights and covenants over you so you can walk in authority and tread over the serpent's head. We have power. We have power, y'all. And we're not utilizing the dominion that he's given us. That's it. That's all. From now on, whatever you eat and drink, pray over it. You don't know what people are putting in your food. You don't know what people are putting in your drinks. Pray over it. Who's going to pray before they take a shot? Probably nobody. That's why I'm done with drinking. You ain't got to worry about me sipping Nathan. Because that was the worst feeling ever. I don't want to go through that no more. Ever. If I drink, it's probably going to be at my wedding and I'm going to be toasting my husband. But other than that, I'm good, bro. You got to worry about me. So the lesson for me is obedience. The lesson for me is integrity when no one else is looking because God still sees. The lesson for me is to pray and not be so trusting. A lot of times we drink and we eat. We're hungry. We just drink and eat. We don't pray before we bless everything. In all things, give God thanks. Prayer for everything. I don't care. You better pray. You better pray. You better seek God's face for everything. We don't have time to make any more mistakes. We don't have time because everything is not the same. If you notice, time is moving faster. It's Friday in a blink of an eye. Like it was just Sunday. Now it's Friday. Everything is moving faster. We don't have time. So if he's called you to do something, do it. I don't care how scared you are, how insecure you may feel. Moses, very insecure. Even though he had to have somebody there with him, Aaron, but God still gave him instructions on what to do, how to do it. And he did it. So even if we got to take baby steps, in our weakness, he is made strong. You got this, friend. This is going to be a wonderful year. You just have to trust God and you have to walk in what it is that he's called you to do. Walk in obedience and he will provide. I love you. Happy New Year.